Let's move to the next topic, in which we are looking at spirituality in Africa. And in that, I mean, when the Europeans came, the Europeans came, we Africans practiced what we called African
We
spirituality.
had our own culture, our own spiritual beliefs.
had that. But then when they came, it was just taken just like that, very quickly, with no effort, with nothing, but this is something that was used for centuries. Africans practiced spirituality. So now the question is, what would have led to just quick, eradication of that?
That one, to be honest, and I know you have your own points on this. I'm going to speak from a historical point, because I spent a lot of time with old people, my grandfather and things like that, and they will share with you these stories. For example, I'm from Chilabombwe. In times when under colonization it was called Bancroft, but the real name of the place is Chilabombwe. Chilabombwe stands for, it should be pronounced Chirira Bombwe. That should be how it's pronounced. In English, would say it sounds like a frog.
Yeah, but Bombo is actually in Lamba.
No, Bombo, that's what you call a frog.
No, in Bembas you call it Chula.
No, that's a Mansa Bemba.
Oh. Okay, in Lamba it's Bombo.
Yes.
No wonder. Just to emphasize that, that is all a Lamba region.
Of course.
You may continue.
But so what ended up happening is that god of ours, we had a god called Chirabombwe. So when there is a drought, people would sacrifice chickens, people would sacrifice, I was told by my grandfather he preferred white chicken. Okay. And whenever they would sacrifice a white chicken, it would rain. If they were praying for a bumper harvest, you would have some demands. The whole area would have a bumper harvest. What happened when the colonizers came, because there used to be a stream, that's where they would meet the god.
I see.
They blocked that stream and built a stadium there. So they removed the altar.
I see. Also, people used to meet
at
the, that was the altar.
They could not, people stopped going there, and you'll be punished and beaten by white people if you go there.
Wow.
Because at that point, they brought in their churches, they brought in Anglican, Baptist, CMMO, or Catholics.
I see.
So they kind of got the population and punished them. And I'll get to the other point quickly. But you also have other gods, like in Zambia. I'll speak for Zambia, where you have other gods like Nyami, the river god Nyami, the god of the Zambezi River. You have other gods like Kapisha.
Okay.
Even Bangwaulu wetlands, we had a god there. Nyami, the Zambezi River god, was the domain was where they've built Lake Kariba.
Oh wow.
That was where people would meet.
I see.
I remember one of our colleagues was actually telling us, if you remember that day, to say, no, also my grandmother would tell me, if we need a bumper harvest, we would send our chiefs and our elders, they would speak to Nyami. Nyami would say, give me a human sacrifice. And instead of getting one from the village, we would capture a Zimbabwean in Debere, throw them in there, and it would rain. Guess what has happened where Nyami was? There is an artificial man-made lake.
Wow.
My grandfather would tell me stories.
So it's like they were targeting all
these areas, you understand? Even in Mumbwa here, there is a mountain where they used to meet their god. Up to now, the mountain is still there. Only spiritually heavy people get to go into that mountain, because apparently their gods are angry that they've been forgotten.
Really?
Yes. We had a place called in Kapisha where they would meet their god. You couldn't, and I remember this was happening when I was like in my primary school days. You couldn't throw a stone to cross that stream.
Yeah.
The stone would just stop and drop.
You saw that?
Yes.
You saw that?
Yes.
Wow.
And the chief would go there if they need anything. So you notice physically, on all these places that used to be our altars, there are structures. So they kicked out our gods. Even where this nice waterfall is in the northern province, there used to be a god whom they would meet there. But all these structures would be changed. Then the other thing was...
But before you go to the other thing, I'm looking at a situation where these gods are kind of weak in some way?
That's the other point I was trying to go.
Okay.
We like to list people, say the most evil people are Mao Zedong, Hitler, Catherine the Great,
That was in my episode.
Saladin, blah, 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 blah. We never count the Catholics. The Catholics murdered 80 million people to spread Catholicism.
Wow.
These are stories that you even find here. If they come to a village, right, an African village, right?
Yeah.
They find a chieftainess. They would say convert or something, 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 something. Oh, you failed to convert. They would put a spear through her vagina and stick her in the middle of the village and say, if you don't convert, you join her. And people would convert. Or they would just wipe out the village and chop off their heads and say, do you know these people? Their God failed them.
But I was
That's
thinking
the second part. The third part was because these guys came with what would be considered at that time as advanced technology. There's a story of an Angolan king where the Portuguese went and said, tell your God to kill that antelope. But he has to use a bow and arrow and he would miss. And they said, no. Our God is so advanced. And the Portuguese were Catholics.
I see.
They gave him a gun. They said, look through there. Squeeze. And he squeezed and pow! The antelope died. And they said, our God has killed that antelope.
I see.
Easy. Convert, you get all of these.
And there's also a story of a mirror anyway.
Yes. The only person who was difficult or near impossible to convince was Shaka. Because the man was smart.
I see.
But they would use these techniques. Number one, they just to destroy your altars. It's like and people couldn't meet their gods. It's like now, when I show up, I destroy a church. Yahweh is still there.
Yeah. But you've just destroyed where people could meet and encourage themselves.
Which reminds me of something important. The word Jehovah is not God's name.
Okay.
Just tracking a little bit back to the Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah is not God's name.
Okay.
It's a mistranslation.
From where?
In ancient Hebrew and Latin, they refer to God as YHWH because they believe it's like sacrilege to mention God's name.
I see.
So in the Middle Ages, the white Europeans, because Yahweh means Adonai,
I see.
like Lord. So in the mid-centuries, the white people just concatenated Yahweh and Adonai and they put Yahovah. So from Yahovah you get Jehovah.
I see.
But it's not God's name. It's not even, it doesn't even come close.
But it will be very difficult to pronounce that
Yahovah,
because it sounds as if there are even no what to call the vowels in there.
The closest word is Yahweh.
Okay.
But anyway, those are the three techniques they normally used to wipe out. Most people think it takes 10 generations to forget your God. It doesn't. It takes one. If my father is being beaten for going to the altar, and this is the thing, you hear history tell you there were Africans who used to worship trees. No, that was where we met our gods. We were not worshipping a tree.
I see.
You understand? In the Bangwaulu wetlands, they would leave animals, goats on those trees. Even when they're security guards, the animals would just vanish.
I see.
The god would come and claim what the offering that he has been given. But the history that has been written by colonizers, they'll tell you, you are worshipping trees as Africans. No, we had gods. You still have the Igbo who have their gods, the Yoruba who have their gods. We also had gods.
I think what I'm also trying to get is that because you find that others would say, no, the Christian God is more powerful. That's why, he's more powerful. And they would say that's why there was that quick eradication of these gods that were found here. But I'm now getting that, when they came, there was that issue of using force,
absolute brutality,
and also the use of technology.
Yes.
And if you've never used something, you would think, wow.
The simple example would be if I send you, not very far, I send you to 1950 with a phone.
Wow, that would be
and not even an expensive phone. Just
a
simple phone.
Motorola.
And you tell them, I put blood in here for this to work. They would believe you.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And you'll find that yeah, because I was trying to ask you to say, wasn't there something like power that would come from the African gods to fight? Now you look at the Christians that came at that time, is that they themselves were fighting. You mentioned the likes of the Catholics, right? Where they would, take people and just kill them if they
See,
do not
see,
believe.
this is how that works. Because there is a story that a friend of mine was telling me back in high school. He was from Mumbwa. Like his father was the brother to the chief, I think. It's the people, the owners of the religion, that retaliate.
Yeah,
Since the Old Testament, God does not retaliate.
I see.
I'll give you an example. Think of a Muslim. What comes to your head? Take the light! Boom!
Yeah, they do that themselves, not Allah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still, the picture in your head is painted. If I mess with Muslims, I'll just say, Adlalai! Boom! That's not how they are. Trust me, the whole religion of Islam is messed up in its own self. Like, really messed up. But that's not, they don't kill themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have this image that they will retaliate. So it's the people that follow the religion that will retaliate. The story
God.
the story that Mabin was telling me was in Mumbwa. I don't know if it was in the 70s or 60s, right after independence. His grandfather was telling him the same thing, because the grandfather came to work in the mines.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would sit them down, say, tell us stories. There was a period, I told you there's a mountain where the spirits dwell in Mumbwa. The white people came and said, we want to go see these spirits, we want to take a video of them.
Okay.
And the chief refused, said, this is a sacred ground, you are not allowed. The white people forced themselves, and the chief actually stood up and started shouting to the mountain to say, show them who you are. Because if you let those people get there and come out, they will disrespect you.
Yeah.
28 went in there. Only 4 came back.
Wow.
When they were asked, only one man said, for me, I found a talking goat that spoke to me and said, your friends are gone. If you don't leave, you will also go. Up to now, they can't find those people. In 2007, National Geographic sent people to come and investigate. Still nothing. Those people are just gone.
Yeah.
So if the Africans actually had said, hey, fight back, it would have happened.
I see.
We have a very famous story of this man who was fighting Kenneth Kaunda. What's his name? Mushala.
Mushala, yes.
Yeah. It's a simple example. There are still Africans who practice African religion, but the thing is, the white people came and told us, giving gratitude and worshiping your ancestors is evil. Your ancestors are demons. So even when you dream of your mother, she's coming to warn you, or your grandmother, wait, don't go this way, you say, blood of Jesus. Those are your ancestors, and almost all of us, we are very tethered and connected to ancestors, such that you don't need to just close your eyes a little bit. You will feel it. You will feel that connection, because that's it. That's who we are. That's our culture.
I see.
But we were told by the white people that everything that we believe, everything about our culture, everything about our gods, everything that we worshipped is evil, except that white dude in a nice perm and a nice beard.
Let's move to the next topic. Okay, let's move to the impact of Christianity to Africa. Do you think Christianity has impacted us positively or negatively? What would be your take?
Interesting.
Now, first of all, before you go there, I would want you to, because remember we had discussed that when Christianity was coming, it came with technology.
Correct.
So I want you to remove technology from Christianity and see where it has impacted us.
That is actually a very, very good observation.
Yeah.
Because here is my belief, not my belief, here is reality. People, especially Europeans, try to blend the two. You could bring technology to a group of people who you believe have less technology than you,
Yeah.
without religion.
Mm-hmm.
And you would even make them better for it.
Yeah.
So that's a very good observation. If we just look at Christianity as a religion itself, has it benefited or impacted Africans positively? That's a resounding no.
Okay, why do you say so?
You cannot point at anything that Christianity has built for Africans. In fact, it's the opposite. My grandfather used to say, the more religious a community, the poorer they are.
I see.
Or the poorer a community, the more religious they are.
Yeah.
There is a reason you don't find churches everywhere in well-developed urban areas. Go to the companies.
Yeah.
Go to the compounds. 79 churches in one compound.
Yeah, but there's no change.
And they are still broke.
Yes, yeah.
That is the legacy of Christianity. Now there's a difference. That's not what God wants. 3 John verse 2, the will of God is to see you prosper. Be in good health as your soul prospers.
Yeah.
That's the will of God. I know the plans that I have for you. Plans not to harm you, but to build you and give you a better future. That's what God wants. That's not what religion wants.
I see.
Religion hates 3 types of people. The intelligent. Because intelligent people will ask questions. Sir, you drive a nice, expensive Chrysler or Chevrolet or Nissan or Toyota. Me, I use Futsubishi.
Wow.
Or Lexus.
Lexus.
Antikira in the community. So why should I give you the last 10 kwacha that I have? Intelligent people ask, why shouldn't I get this money and invest it? Why shouldn't I get this money and create a Bora Betty ticket?
Okay, not that one, but continue.
You see?
Yeah.
And that doesn't function with church and Christianity. It does not.
I see.
Second type of people religion hates is educated people.
I see.
Because educated people, you have to convince them. You have to extrapolate. No, we want you to come and sow a seed and God will bless you. Then he goes, okay, sow a seed for how much? 10,000. And he goes, okay, I have 10,000. If we buy those machines that we're supposed to buy, we resell them in about 2 months, we generate maybe 60,000. I'll have my 10,000 back plus an extra 50,000. Excuse me, why should I give you the 10,000 and expect other 60,000 to drop from heaven?
Yeah.
Church doesn't want that. The third part, the church does not like wealthy and rich people.
I see.
Because you can't control wealthy and rich people. They don't need you. They just tell you, oh, okay, go on your way. And they'll forget about you. The church will look at desperation and say, there we go. That's what we want. That's why the church now is full of conmen and liars and prostitutes, Casanovas, STIs and thieves.
Yeah. Now, I'm hearing 2 things that is coming from you. So there is Christianity,
Yes.
then there is the Christian religion.
Yes.
Okay. So now, if you were to look at, so what we have is the Christian religion and not Christianity.
Exactly.
I see.
There is nowhere in the Bible where God has said, I want my people to suffer. Never. There is nowhere where God has said, I want my people to die. In fact, it's the opposite. My people perish because of lack of what?
Of knowledge.
We can go on and on and on. But the church will not teach you that.
I see.
Because the church still wants your money. So, benefit to Africans? 0.
I see. If we were to change maybe to Christianity, what would you define Christianity then?
Basically following the practices and acts and behavior and beliefs of Christ.
That is now just faith in God without the religion
Yes.
part.
Here's the thing. Most Christians don't understand this. I've been fortunate enough to go as high as you can possibly go in Christianity, and I've been privileged enough to learn as much as you can learn from Islam.
I see.
I will tell you one thing. God doesn't want anything from people.
I see. Yeah,
Except
this is a God who says, everything, gold and what
except
belongs
just
to me.
have faith and believe in Him. That's all. Literally, seek first the
kingdom. That's it.
And what? Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything
else shall be
added unto you.
You sound like a pastor right now. Yes, continue. Pastor, preach.
That's all that God wants.
Yeah.
All this nonsense and the bullshit that you are told in church. This is what it's funny because actually one of the core beliefs of the Baptist church, and I think this has been forgotten by the Pentecostal church that has come out, is that every individual in the 17th century when the Baptist church was formed, their core beliefs was because of the way they were breaking from the Anglican church and the Catholic church who believe only the Pope can clean you or whatever.
Yeah.
The Baptist church core belief, which would be the core belief from every other Pentecostal church that exists, is that every individual has access to God directly and not through a medium. This is in the doctrines of the Baptist church.
I see.
But somehow, due to the branching off of all these conmen and businessmen, they've removed that role. And they will tell people, come to Papa. Papa will pray for you and God will heal you. No. Jesus said, I am the what?
The way,
the truth,
and the life.
No one does what?
Comes to the Father except through me. I remember my verses.
And you are seated in church and a Papa is telling you, God will hear you if you come through me. Misinformation.
Yeah.
So Christianity, benefit to Africans? No. Christianity has made Africans lazy, Africans down, Africans complacent, and Africans weak. It has also made them easy to manipulate.
Yes.
Because all I need to do is to stand there and say Jesus sent me and they all follow me.
Yeah. Just on that point, I experienced one similar situation. So I think when I began working, so one of when you get paid, you get excited, you go shopping.
Oh, you're doing the Mayaje.
That, yes. So I went shopping, right? I think that was PHI. So I was doing my shopping, with my trolley, looking, So by then I think I was almost completing. So the basket was full because, then you could fill up the basket. Now we go to Kamara.
Yeah. Now we make mathematics.
Yeah. So I think this man was just observing. Then he came close and he said, I've seen problems in your life. Your marriage, you've got marriage problem, you've got children problem. I looked at this and said, when I'm not married, I don't have children. So what are you talking about?
He's looking for an investment.
But then I didn't react to him. I waited for him to finish whatever lies he has to bring to me. Then when he finished, I told him, sir, with all due respect, I am not married. I do not have children. So I don't know which God sent you to come and prophesy that I have all those things. Then I don't even remember how he changed his story.
Conman.
And then all I'm seeing is him giving me the number of whatever Kamasmo church they've created at a particular Kamasmo school in one of these areas. I said, this is what the people are doing, manipulating the people. And you know what? If I was going through that,
you would believe.
I'll be like,
you even tell your friends, God sent man
spoke exactly what I'm going through.
Basically, he's playing the odds. These people should start playing betting. They'll be very good at it.
I think
he's playing the odds. What are the biggest issues that women will deal with? Is marriage issues and children issues. There's a reason they don't approach men.
Okay.
What issues am I going through?
You find that there are more women in churches than men.
How are you going to go? Because I'm going to ask you.
Is it that you men are not going through anything?
Biologically, Men build barriers and men test barriers.
Okay.
It's like the way, how do I put it? The way lions don't mess with each other unless the lion knows he can win.
Okay.
Because there are consequences. So men build barriers and men test barriers. So the moment they'll see you, he will weigh you and he'll be like, yeah, not worth the effort. To a woman,
it's very easy.
That's why even if you want to destroy the world, go
Target
through a
the
woman.
woman.
No, it already happened.
Where?
Eve.
No, that was your problem. You were given a response. In fact, now we are going to say the biggest problem.
I said, if you want to destroy the world, go through.
You said it already happened.
Yes.
Meaning you're also not doing your part.
No. Here's the thing. And this is what sideline a little bit. If a man genuinely loves you, if you are in trouble, he will do everything he can to get you out of that trouble. He would rather walk through the fire with you than stand aside and walk you. If he lets you walk through the fire alone, he does not love you.
I see.
When a man genuinely loves you, he will be walking through that volcano holding your hand and dragging you. Come on, the end is right there. Just hold on a little bit. Let's go.
So it means Adam didn't do enough. That's why
he literally walked through the fire with Eve.
Oh, without that nonsense.
Yes. He never blamed her. He never condemned her.
So it's like they are willing to overlook what God said.
All of that, and just like, you know what? I love you. I'm going to walk with you. In fact, Adam should be used as an example of how a man should love his wife. With a cautionary tale. Of do not let this woman listen to any other one. Because you will be the one to walk through the fire and face the consequences with her. The one who brought the consequences was chilling in hell drinking some whiskey.
Oh, wow.
Just like, oh yeah. But anyway, let's get back to the topic.
Yeah.
So that's Christian. There was, just to conclude on this topic, there was a scenario that really angered me. Like, I got infuriated. The way it is in this world, when you reach a certain level, you start moving around the world and start seeing something different. I was in Lusaka Town Center, CBD. It was a Tuesday morning. And the new president, HH, has already said free education. So your child's job is just show up, shut up, and listen.
Yeah.
That's not hard. CBD, I find this 12 or 11-year-old boy preaching with the Bible. Wow. And I think that was the father behind, like happy. And I'm looking at this kid, I'm like, so this kid is coming from a community, right? There are other kids who are coming from that community. The kids who are going to school in that community 10 years from now are going to be far much better than this child. And this child will hate them, not realizing, while the other children were being practical, following God's will to be successful by working hard, because he said, I will bless the fruits of your labor. He will hate them and think, meanwhile, I depart CBD preaching instead of going to school. So I literally called the boy. I said, what are you doing? Patikamba mauya murungu. No, you are killing your own future. Right now, ofunika uri mu school, you need to be in class, learning. You are a child. Your job, the president has said free education. Your job is to show up, shut up, listen. That's all. And there was a man behind me who was scowling at me. But I'm a big guy, so he couldn't really. So I said, I will give you 10 minutes. And when we entered the shop, I was picking up some hardware stuff. No, I was picking up some trunkings. Said, I'm going to pick up some trunkings. If I find you here, I will drag your monkey ass back home.
Wow.
And you will tell me where you stay. When I was coming out, he wasn't there.
Really?
But it angered me because I've seen children his age in Japan building calculators. I've seen children his age in China making chips for phones.
Wow.
Working on algorithms, software development. And I read it. But when you look at the kid, you know he came from the companies. This is why they won't develop. This is why Christianity does not positively impact Africa.
I see. And the other, I think, thing that I've also observed is that Christianity kind of takes up much of the time. You know, I'm not against us worshiping God, you know, but it's how many hours we consume in just going to church. Okay, so there's church on Tuesday, cell group, church on Wednesday, church on Thursday, I don't know what group. So like, when do you have time for, because God will not come and give you the needs of your house.
Nope.
You know, when do you have time for God? And one thing, when do you have time for yourself? And one thing I have observed is that when it comes to Christianity, we think that,
manna from heaven.
No. We think that the only way we worship God is by going to church and praying. But even the act of work is actually worship.
True.
Every act of work, so long that is, beneficial to your life, it's
True.
bringing development to your life, it's sustaining your life, is actually an act of worship. So we are worshiping God every single day in every task that we are engaged. Even when we go to church, obviously, that is also worship.
True.
So I think there's need for us to realign ourselves.
That is true.
And begin working.
That is true.
Because I feel like the most worship that we need to do is work.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
To those who are questioning this, look at the parables of Christ.